This monumental complex, with its immense megalithic stones, some weighing over 1,000 tons, defies any explanation through the lens of conventional archaeology.
Deep in Lebanon's Bekaa Valley lies Baelbek, home to colossal ruins and enigmatic stones. But new excavations beneath its ancient pillars have revealed something astonishing: hidden tunnels, massive monoliths, and traces of a civilization far older than history remembers. In this video, we will break down what secrets sleep beneath Baelbek's stones, and why could they change everything we know about our past? The colossal foundations exposed. The Baelbek statues in Lebanon have always been a paradox of human history. Giant stones weighing hundreds of tons, carved and moved with a precision that defies logic. For decades, scientists, archaeologists, and engineers have debated their origin. Were they monuments of divine worship, or something more mysterious? Recent scans and seismic readings changed everything. Beneath one of the largest blocks, a strange hollow chamber was detected, containing materials that did not match local geology. The instruments even recorded faint electromagnetic anomalies. As researchers descended deeper, they realized the Earth itself seemed to hum, as if echoing a hidden pulse waiting to be heard, whispering secrets from an era long forgotten, buried beneath layers of myth.
Baelbek is situated in northeastern Lebanon, approximately 60 miles from Beirut, making it a somewhat challenging destination to reach in present times.
High above the fertile Bekaa Valley stands the temple complex of Baelbek, with its immense stone pillars, the so-called trilithon blocks, each weighing around 800 tons. These stones have long puzzled archaeologists. How could ancient builders quarry, transport, and raise such massive monoliths? In 2014, a joint German-Lebanese archaeological team discovered an even larger stone block left in situ in the nearby quarry, measuring roughly 19.6 meters long, 6 meters wide, and at least 5.5 meters high, with an estimated weight of 1,750 tons. The discovery changed everything. It revealed that the site is not just about spectacular pillars raised in antiquity, but about quarry operations at an industrial scale, operations previously thought impossible in that era. The unfinished block still in place suggests that the ancient builders were attempting to move stones far larger than the Roman-era temple ultimately used, and that logistics, rather than ambition, may have halted the plan. Researchers noted machining marks on the block and have argued that material weakness along one edge likely caused the abandonment of transport. What this means is startling. The foundations beneath Baelbek's temples may predate Roman-era construction by centuries, standing on an even older quarry platform. Digital surveys show layers of massive blocks and ancient quarrying trenches, some of which align with earlier civilizations. With each new measurement, the site's scale and significance grow. These foundations tell a story not of Roman might alone, but of human ambition and perhaps technologies, stretching back into prehistory. The silent stones are now speaking, and historians are listening. Statues that guard a forgotten secret. The three enormous cornerstones of the Temple of Jupiter, each weighing hundreds of tons, have become the enduring symbols of Baelbek's mystery. These stones rest upon earlier quarry surfaces, suggesting that the Roman builders reused even older structures. Beneath and around these colossuses lie quarry seams and partly cut blocks that hint at a sophisticated planning process far beyond ancient engineering as commonly understood. What's more, archaeological clearance around the site has revealed that these giant statues and monoliths were erected above subterranean bedrock trenches and ancient platforms, not simply on randomly selected ground. The discovery of deep trenches and earlier wall courses beneath the Roman podium has pushed the date of settlement in Baelbek back to the Neolithic period, circa 9000 BCE. This layering of civilizations, Stone Age, Phoenician, Roman, creates a palimpsest of human ambition. The statues and stone blocks above are not standalone monuments. They are built upon forgotten foundations and older structures that still lie beneath. Geologists and archaeologists now study these statues as guardians, not of the visible temple alone, but of what lies hidden: ancient quarries, infrastructure, and sequences of construction that span millennia. Add to this the engineering question. What drove ancient builders to quarry and move similarly massive, yet unused blocks? The left-in-place stone of the pregnant woman, and the even larger block discovered in 2014 both raise serious questions about transport capability and construction intent. These statues, therefore, stand on a mystery of scale, logistics, and lost knowledge. In guarding that secret, they become far more than relics. They become the last silent custodians of a civilization lost beneath Baelbek. What lies beneath the giant blocks? Beneath the statues and temple foundations of Baelbek lies a network of quarry trenches, cut rock platforms, and unfinished monoliths that challenge conventional history. The recent research from the German Archaeological Institute found that the massive stone blocks were quarried in structures reaching nearly 1,750 tons, and that these operations were far more ambitious than previously thought.
However, beneath the Roman construction lies a series of enormous megalithic stones, known as the trilithons, which form part of the foundation of the temple complex. These trilithons each measure over 19 meters, 62 feet in length, 4.2 meters, 14 feet in height, and 3.6 meters, 12 feet in thickness.
One of the most profound findings concerns the subterranean bedrock layers. Survey data reveals bedrock surfaces shaped into large platforms, over which the earliest temples and monuments rested. These platforms show signs of advanced planning. Layered cuts, tool marks, and alignment features previously attributed only to later Roman engineering. The implication? The site at Baelbek may have been used by earlier cultures far more advanced than scholars have credited. Researchers also found that some of the oversized monoliths were cut to measurements exceeding Roman architectural needs. The fact that so many remained in the quarry, unused, abandoned, suggests that their builders either possessed knowledge of scale beyond the Romans, or they succumbed to technological or logistical limits. The underlying quarry shows uneven wear and tool marks that do not match later Roman methods, pointing toward a pre-Roman workforce. These discoveries raise crucial questions. Did an older civilization pre-design Baelbek's foundations to support the colossal stones the Romans later used? Are the statues of the temple merely the tip of an iceberg of megalithic engineering that predates known history? As scholars examine these bedrock layers and hidden platforms, they realize Baelbek isn't just a Roman marvel, it's possibly a re-foundation of something even older, waiting to be understood. The German-Lebanese team unearths the unexpected. In 2014, a team from the German Archaeological Institute, cooperating with Lebanese University and the Lebanese Directorate General of Antiquities, made a headline-grabbing discovery at the quarry near Baelbek. They uncovered a monolith block measuring nearly 20 meters in length and weighing approximately 1,750 tons, the largest ancient cut stone ever documented.
The trilithons were not designed to be seen. They were buried within the foundation, hidden from view, and seem to have been laid out primarily for structural purposes.
The block lies beneath and slightly south of the already famous Stone of the Pregnant Woman. Unlike the truncated and relocated blocks used in the Roman temple podium, this monolith remains in place, untouched and never transported. Researchers concluded that a flaw in the stone's edge rendered it unsuitable for lifting, offering a rare window into ancient quarry planning and failure. This discovery transformed how experts view Baelbek. It became not just a site of megalithic construction, but of unfinished ambition. The quarry's layout, the marks on the block, and the surrounding stones suggest a cutting operation of extraordinary precision and scale, orders of magnitude larger than traditional Roman projects. The team's work is documented in peer-reviewed studies and press releases. The popular press, such as The New Yorker, dubbed Baelbek a site where ancient engineering becomes myth. Today, researchers focus on correlating the quarry data with the temple foundations, trying to map the route of transport and understand how, or if, the Romans repurposed the site's earlier infrastructure. Excavation trenches, drone surveys, and geophysical analysis all feed into a growing consensus. Baelbek is a platform of civilizations, each building, cutting, and refining the same bedrock foundation. The 2014 team's work didn't just uncover a block, it exposed the blueprint of ambition engraved in stone, the monster boulder that never moved. Long before cranes or hydraulics, someone in Baelbek dared to carve the largest known stone block in human history. Buried partly in soil, the Stone of the Pregnant Woman still rests in its quarry, a monolith estimated at more than 1,000 tons. But beneath it lies something even more astonishing. Another, larger block, discovered only when archaeologists cleared debris around its base in 2014. Measuring nearly 20 meters long and weighing around 1,750 tons, this second boulder is the true giant of Baelbek.
This raises the question of why a civilization would go to such lengths to move and position these massive stones only to bury them.
Researchers quickly realized what they were seeing: evidence of an incomplete stage of quarrying on an unimaginable scale. Tool marks indicate that the ancient masons intended to detach it from the bedrock using wedges and levers, but they stopped mid-process. The reason? A hidden crack, likely spotted too late, would have ruined the entire block during transport. The discovery revealed an extraordinary truth. These ancient engineers were operating at the very limits of their physical technology, calculating risks, tolerances, and stresses with near-scientific precision. What's equally compelling is the purpose. The Romans, who later built the Temple of Jupiter, never needed blocks this massive. So why were they quarried? Some archaeologists suggest the earlier civilization that laid Baelbek's foundations may have used them to stabilize seismic vibrations. Others believe the sheer size was symbolic, a demonstration of divine power through impossible engineering. Regardless, the uncut monoliths tell a story of ambition paused in time. Each layer of rock reveals the human urge to test limits, to master nature, to leave a mark beyond centuries. And as archaeologists probe deeper into the Baelbek quarry, they're finding that the true story isn't just about what was built, it's about what was left behind. Evidence of a prior civilization hidden in stone. When archaeologists compared the tool marks on Baelbek's oldest stones with those on confirmed Roman constructions, something didn't match. The lower blocks, especially the foundation courses beneath the Temple of Jupiter, bear cutting signatures inconsistent with known Roman chisels and hammer sizes. The precision and spacing of these marks point to an older, unknown technique. Geological surveys revealed weathering patterns far greater than those found on the Roman layers above, suggesting that parts of Baelbek's base could predate the temple by several thousand years. Radiocarbon dating of surrounding organic sediment pushed potential construction back toward the late Neolithic era, possibly 9,000 years ago. If accurate, that means the Romans merely built upon something much older.
There isn't any historical documentation from the Romans detailing how they achieved such an architectural feat.
Lebanese archaeologist Qassem Touer noted that the base stones fit no classical engineering profile. They form interlocking joints capable of withstanding earthquakes, a feature rare in Roman architecture but found in pre-classical megalithic sites across the Mediterranean. This points toward a shared technological knowledge that might have circulated among early cultures. Moreover, local mythology reinforces this timeline. Ancient texts describe Baelbek as the dwelling place of the gods, a place where divine beings descended to instruct humankind in building and astronomy. Modern researchers interpret these myths as echoes of a prehistoric society whose technical achievements later seemed supernatural. Though mainstream historians remain cautious, the evidence is accumulating. Baelbek may represent the last surviving testament of a civilization whose name has been erased, yet whose stones endure. What began as a Roman marvel is now becoming something larger, a relic of humanity's forgotten dawn. The quarry below, tools, marks, and mysteries. When scientists descended into Baelbek's lower quarry, they expected to find simple chisel marks and wedge grooves typical of Roman craftsmanship. What they uncovered instead were patterns that defied classification, parallel scoring lines that appeared almost machine-cut, their spacing precise to the millimeter. Engineers from the German Archaeological Institute ran 3D scans across these surfaces and found consistent curvature and polish across several meters of stone, suggesting tools capable of immense pressure and control. This raised an unsettling question. If not Roman chisels, what shaped these colossal blocks? The surfaces bore no evidence of the layered percussion typically left by hammers. Instead, the rock appeared melted or abraded in controlled arcs. Some geologists proposed an unknown high-friction technique using sand and water. Others hinted at mechanical methods lost to time.
Furthermore, the different construction methods evident at Baelbek, ranging from the finely crafted megalithic stones at the base to the more rudimentary stonework of the Roman structures, indicate that the site may have gone through multiple phases of development.
Even more baffling was the discovery of small, rounded sockets drilled into the stone at mathematically even intervals. Initially believed to be for wooden supports, the socket's depth and uniformity hinted at a sophisticated method of lifting or stabilizing the stones. No similar engineering has been recorded in Roman manuals, or construction remains elsewhere in the empire. LIDAR and ground-penetrating radar revealed yet another surprise: a partially collapsed network of channels beneath the quarry floor. These passages, possibly used for drainage or alignment, suggest that the builders had an advanced understanding of both load distribution and hydrology. The deeper researchers dug, the more Baelbek seemed less like a temple site and more like a complex industrial zone from an age long before written history. The conclusion was unavoidable. Whoever began shaping these stones possessed knowledge of material science that would not be rediscovered for millennia. The tools are gone, but their precision remains etched forever into the limestone, a silent fingerprint of genius buried in time. Why the statues were built over a void. While archaeologists studied the Baelbek quarry, geophysicists turned their instruments toward the temple platform itself. What they found astonished everyone. Beneath the foundation stones, sensors detected hollow spaces, man-made cavities cut directly into the bedrock. The data revealed narrow corridors, collapsed chambers, and echo patterns suggesting vaulted ceilings. In essence, the massive statues and temple were built directly atop a void.
Moreover, according to historians, the largest Roman cranes could only lift 60 metric tons, making it highly improbable that they moved stones weighing 900 tons or more.
At first, many suspected simple ancient drainage systems. But as seismic imaging grew clearer, the tunnels appeared far too structured. Some aligned perfectly with the sun's path during solstices, while others pointed toward Mount Lebanon's sacred peaks. These alignments weren't coincidental, they were astronomical. Historical texts provided more clues. Early Phoenician inscriptions referred to Baelbek as the Gate of the Sun, describing rituals of light and sound conducted beneath the earth. The underground voids may have served as resonance chambers, amplifying acoustic frequencies, a symbolic communication with the divine, or perhaps a practical means of stabilizing the massive platform above. Modern engineers studying the structural design found that the positioning of the hollows distributes weight across the platform, reducing seismic impact. In effect, Baelbek's builders created an ancient form of earthquake-resistant architecture. Yet how such precision was achieved without modern surveying tools remains a mystery. Even more curious is the local folklore. Villagers have long spoken of singing stones that hum faintly during certain nights. Scientists monitoring vibration levels detected subtle oscillations, possibly the result of wind and subterranean air pressure. Still, the phenomenon deepens the enigma. Why would ancient builders engineer cavities that seem to respond like instruments of sound? The revelation of the voids transformed Baelbek's story. It was no longer just about statues and stones, but about harmonics, astronomy, and the lost science of balance. Beneath the grandeur lies design, purposeful, intelligent, and hauntingly precise. The implications for history and engineering. When the data from Baelbek's excavations were compiled, historians and engineers alike faced a dilemma. The conventional timeline, placing the site's primary construction within the Roman era, no longer matched the evidence. The megalithic foundations, the unmatched tool precision, and the subterranean voids suggested technologies and knowledge far exceeding what was known in the 1st century BCE. If these features predated Roman occupation, who built them? Structural engineers studying Baelbek's monoliths confirmed that the quarrying, cutting, and transportation of 1,000-ton blocks would require lifting capacities comparable to modern cranes. Yet no trace of pulleys, scaffolds, or lifting mechanisms has ever been found. The ancient builders managed this without steel, hydraulics, or engines, relying on principles modern physics barely comprehends. Archaeologists compared Baelbek's methods with other global megalithic sites: Pumapunku in Bolivia, Giza in Egypt, and Göbekli Tepe in Turkey. The similarities were chilling: multi-ton precision-fit blocks, astronomical alignments, and unexplained quarry marks. Some experts cautiously propose that these sites might share a lineage, a transmission of lost engineering knowledge across continents before recorded history. Mainstream academics resisted, insisting on Roman or Phoenician origins, but new digital mapping has forced a re-evaluation. The subsurface voids align with seismic nodes in the Bkia Valley, showing the builders understood both cosmic and geological balance. In other words, Baelbek was not simply a temple, it was a masterpiece of structural and planetary resonance. The implications are immense. If these builders existed long before known civilizations, then our understanding of ancient humanity's capabilities must expand dramatically. Baelbek may represent not a miracle of isolated genius, but evidence of a forgotten epoch of science and engineering, one powerful enough to reshape the foundations of human history. What it means for humanity's past and future today, Baelbek stands as a paradox. Its stones immutable, yet its meaning in flux. The discoveries beneath the site have forced scholars to confront an uncomfortable truth. History, as written, may be incomplete. Every new scan and excavation reveals layers of ingenuity that belong to no single civilization, but to an inheritance of human intelligence stretching deep into prehistory. When German and Lebanese researchers released their findings to the public, the response was immediate. Engineers marveled at the precision of ancient quarrying, while skeptics dismissed the data as misinterpretation. Yet the evidence refused to fade. The subterranean voids, the cosmic alignments, the polished monoliths, all stand as empirical facts awaiting explanation. Some scientists now consider Baelbek a kind of ancient observatory or seismic instrument, an architectural machine built to measure, absorb, or even harmonize with Earth's natural frequencies. If so, its creators possessed a relationship with the planet that modern technology is only beginning to rediscover. Others see a deeper meaning. Baelbek's endurance through millennia may symbolize humanity's cyclical journey, the rise and fall of civilizations, the loss and rediscovery of knowledge. Every generation uncovers the past, only to realize that its own innovations echo forgotten genius. As drones and AI-driven imaging continue to map Baelbek's underworld, the site becomes not just an archaeological treasure, but a mirror reflecting the eternal question of who we are and where our knowledge truly began. Beneath the dust of ages, the stones still whisper, challenging us to listen before they are silent once more. Beneath Baelbek's colossal stones lies more than an ancient mystery. It's a revelation of forgotten brilliance. The discoveries challenge every assumption about our ancestors' knowledge and purpose. If such precision and power existed long before recorded history, what else have we overlooked beneath the world's ruins? And how close are we to remembering it all?